Okay, let's see if this is all working. All right, today we should have matchup between Colt Humbert, Team USA playing Lanni Kraken, and Sebastian Eckl, Mystery Knight playing Start Crossing. I'm gonna test just make sure I'm getting audio real quick here. All right, sounds good. Or I think so at least. All right, so let's take a look at the decks here. Here's the Austrian Mystery Knight, Start Crossing. Mirror Read is there restricted and also Wyman is not, but often is. Interesting Palace of Sorrows here in a Stark deck. Interesting to see how that works out. And Valor D as the reset. Lanni Kraken, but calling it Lanni Shadows. And two big loans, Valor M and First Snow, plus some March, so see how this works out. Okay, doesn't look like game has come up yet. Maybe spend a little more time on the decks. We should be joined by a couple of commentators today, possibly Eric Swanson of Team USA, possibly Tom McKenzie of Team USA. We'll see if that actually happens. Heir of the Iron Throne, Withering Cold, so maybe some kneeling nonsense. Not kneeling, but I mean, what? You run this when you have Rob, right? Yeah, but this, Superior Claim, this looks pretty rushy. Here on the Lannister side, yeah, this is it's the Shadows deck. Blackwater Raiders. So,
Hello.
hey, who do we have here? Okay, Tom. Great.
Yep.
Weird. So I've started the stream at least. Okay, good. They've put the game up. So let's see if we can join. Great. How you doing today?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm fine. Thanks. All right, so you are Squalgy Leonhardt?
Yes.
Normally. What is the origin of that Iron Throne name?
I'm a Final Fantasy fan, specifically Final Fantasy VIII, so...
Oh, so I should know who that is.
Let's see. It's like this.
Hello.
Trying to see.
Hey, Eric.
Let me get in.
Weird. I can't hear you guys for some reason.
Okay, well, we can hear you so far, so check your settings. Probably check your Discord settings. Oh. Okay, yes.
All right. So for some reason I can't hear you guys in the Discord, but if I just listen to the stream, then I can hear you.
Well, it's going to be about a 5-second delay, so you're going to go insane. Have you clicked on the little gear
Yeah.
icon on Discord and checked to make sure that your inputs and your outputs, obviously your inputs working. Check your output in your Discord settings there. Okay, we're up on the game. Uh, so we've got Colt Humbert for Team USA here, playing Lanni Kraken, very shadowsy deck. And then this is the Mystery Knight selection for Austria, Sebastian Eckl, I think.
I think I got it.
And this is Mystery Knight, and he's playing Stark Crossing. Both players mulliganed.
So I believe the Austrian player won Stalic this year.
Yep. No easy road for Colt here either, because rush decks were like the biggest weakness of the Lanni Kraken deck in testing. Like, it can pretty much handle anything else, but rush can very much be a problem, especially Star Crossing for how crazy fast it can go.
Mm-hmm.
So Colt's going to be in an uphill battle, especially with a dupe on Great John already.
That said,
What do we think of Colt's setup?
Red Keep is big.
Mm-hmm.
Red Keep helps a lot on the econ side of things. I am very surprised he opened at the gates. I guess he really wants to get rid of Rickon. Or he
So
just
you think
likes
he's just
something
kind of
else
playing
about his-
right into it?
Yeah, like he knows that Rickon's going to stop at the gates. So he must be
Tell me how this actually works in terms of gameplay. Does the Austrian player get to see what location you choose with at the gates before deciding to cancel?
No.
He doesn't. But also he has Red Keep, so he can do this right through Red Keep. Or right through Rickon.
Mm-hmm. Rickon would still be sacrificed, but the effect would be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Mira in chat is suggesting that Colt thought this was going to be an air open with Rickon there. So
And did not cancel the at the gate, so Colt's doing pretty well on the econ.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's ideal. So one thing we actually talked about this matchup was if they do a Withering Cold open, if we can Old Bill Bone to kneel the faction card, that hurts a lot because the plot econ, the Star Crossing is not great. The best is base 5. And so if we can stop passing the Black Gate, that doesn't allow them to explode onto the board as quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's specifically what it's stopping there, is passing the Black Gate, of which Sebastian has 3, I believe.
So I'm actually almost surprised he didn't cancel the Heart Tree Grove there just to keep him at 5 gold max.
I'm assuming he's holding the Red Keep in case a King's Road hits the board, because that's really
probably right.
At this point, once you've stopped passing the Black Gate, either a She-Bear or King's Roads are going to be the biggest econ tempo that Sebastian would be able to get going.
That's also true that with Withering Cold, you got to make the Red Keep trigger worth it.
Yeah, Steven just pointed that out. Yep. All right, so hi Steven, hi Mira, hi Jimmy. Thanks for joining us here today.
Which makes me curious what Sebastian has in hand, since he didn't go for the Rickon cancel and try and bait the Red Keep just to get it out of the way.
Mira was suggesting that we should probably expect to see air next turn.
Yeah, especially when like Stark cohorts running around, where they would open Withering Cold, like a common turn 2 was an air to try and get Rob and just mass stand the board.
Oof.
Or they have Rob right off the bat anyway.
Dude.
All right, so there was your point though. It's like, right, Red Keep would have kept Rob off the board there, so right?
Yeah.
No, he might have still had a King's Road, right? So it.
Yeah, the King's Road would still have been able to push it through. The one good thing right now is they can't cross since they don't have any intrigue icons, so it's going to slow them down a bit. They could still push through like a superior claim, but that's committing a lot to do it. Especially since Colt's still sitting on 3 gold, so he might actually be able to get in the way of a superior claim depending on how they sequence.
Yeah, I'm also curious what he's got in shadows.
Ooh, that's a good one. Intimidate's still going to go through to get Obil Bone down, but being able to slow down the deck by not letting that oppose through is going to help a lot.
Yeah, Infinite Claim Soak is also nice.
What was the point of not doing an intrigue challenge for Colt?
Not giving him unopposed power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keeping it from getting stolen. Thanks.
Given how much Colt wants to get off a good Valor Morgulis in this game, though, I would have been a little surprised that he didn't do it for a military to try to kneel something, but it makes sense, I think.
And the Spirit Claim did go off, but it's only at 4 power after the end of turn 1. And in a lot of testing, Colt's biggest pull would be if he was at like 8 power on the Stark side. So just having him at 4, especially with a Superior Claim firing off, is really big.
Okay, there's Palace. Explain this one to me.
My guess is it's for the Targ matchup because it's a very odd inclusion for crossing because it doesn't let you actually get the benefit of the third challenge. And it also, like, if you want to be able to push Superior Claim through, which the deck is running 3x on the Stark side, you need to have 2 more attackers than they have defenders. I am no one, like, does help on the Stark side if you got the Chud to start pushing challenges that way, but it's definitely an odd inclusion.
I'm also just generally surprised at him flipping Palace right here. Like 5 gold does not seem sufficient, and
Yeah.
he keeps Great John Nelt.
And Red Keep's still up to stop a Rob trigger or a possible Econ, and Bowels is now on the board. So Colt's in a very good spot right now. Ooh. And speaking of more choke, Maester Mullenmere is going to be able to eat any King's Roads or even like Northern Armories. So this is really going to force Sebastian to play to the board. And there goes more Econ.
So how does this deck? Does I guess what he can recycle Night Flyer with what's the Lanni event?
Clever Fate and Tyrion are the 2 big things that can let you recycle Night Flyer. And it's
gross.
If you have either of those, like, even if you get them down to no locations, being able to just do a taxation trigger by bringing it out for free and triggering battles is a really good tempo play. And here's going to be a big decision for Colt canceling this Arya. And whether it's because they have 2 gold left, so it's possible they're baiting something.
I mean, I can't think of what
Yeah.
he's baiting.
Yeah, no, it's just putting more stuff down. Yeah, there's a lot of dupes on the board, which is going to be rough, but Colt should be able to still slow him down.
Yeah, he doesn't have any Intimidate this turn. So yeah, Colt can just block the military, block the Intriguer power, and limit the Stark to crossing to only 2 power this turn.
Yeah, and since we know Hagen's daughter is in shadows, that's definitely going to help defend.
Yeah, Colt's perfectly content to just let him have 2 power this turn.
With no gold showing on the board, that also means there's no I am no one threat, so depending on sequencing, Colt can certainly stop unopposed.
So what's Colt's plan here? Right now he's just kind of slowing Stark down, but where do you how do you flip this?
So at least at this point, Valor Morgulis is unlikely to drop before a first snow. Like honestly, with the number of dupes, that the line I would expect is like a first snow in a March, because Colt's got a lot of econ on board, and all it would take is like one good Robert Strong, hitting the board to be able to really start turning things. So VM is something he's just going to have to push down the line, and he's not really afraid of the Valor on the Stark side. If anything, that's actually going to hurt Sebastian if he's able to draw this out. So at this point, he's just wanting to drag this game out as long as possible and let his econ and card advantage take him from there. Now that Burnman being pulled may actually be kind of big, because Hagen's daughter and the Burnman would have been able to stuff the military and crossing challenges based on this sequencing.
Yeah, I think that might have been his plan.
Guess it depends on what that other Shadows card is.
Yeah.
All right, so we're mid power challenge here. Colt's thinking.
Yeah. I imagine he's thinking whether or not he wants to bring like Hagen's daughter out and just block this, and maybe as another line for at least opposing the military. Because if he has a line to stop the military challenge, I think that's the one he'll go with. Because there's no threat of superior claim here, so at most it's unopposing claim to just go up to 6.
All right, so does this kind of confirm your theory that you were thinking Burnman plus Hagen's daughter was going to stop the military, but once Burnman got hit, might as well bring Hagen's daughter out now?
Yeah, so it's still going to be a 3 power swing off this military. Unless Colt's got another trick, which with 1 gold, don't think there's anything he'd have for it. So crossing unopposed, Hagen's daughter for claim, and then Renown.
Nine to 1.
So at least in terms of what we may see from Sebastian's side, I expect either Heir to the Iron Throne or Winter Festival to come flip. And the problem is with late summer fees burned on Colt's end, he doesn't have a way to stop the Winter Festival from going through.
Okay, so what we just saw, did we just see Clever Feint?
Yep. I would expect once Standing Face begins, Obil Bone may come back out just to further choke the econ. Yep.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna have. Can he bring out? Can he bring out Night Flyer?
Yes. Yeah.
Old
He can
people.
just bring it out for 0 if he wants to go for like a trigger. But he's likely going to hold it. Oh, and passing the Black Gate is tossed for reserve because it's a dead card right now.
Mm-hmm. Which shows you how good it was that he knelt it there, because passing the Black Gate would have been really good for Stark next turn.
Yep, so yeah, there's the Winter Festival, and we've got Loan from the Iron Bank, so Colt either has drawn up what he needs, or he's at least hoping to be able to draw it up. So draw phase, just Nightflyer coming out to get another draw. So yeah, it's just digging for resources.
He's just fishing there.
Yeah. But he's got a lot of econ to work with, so we'll just take a few pieces.
Yeah, okay, that would work.
The biggest downside is since Sebastian's making Colt go first, there's not the advantage of the typical Shadows matchup where he's able to crack back, like when he's able to go second. And crossing decks also love to go second, so they usually get like an open board, or they can just start swinging away without having to worry about the crackback. So we get another draw and pass. So 7 gold's a lot to sit on.
So it seemed like he was kind of fishing for something. It's not like he played Hagen's Daughter and then put something into Shadows or.
Yeah, considering he took 2 triggers from battles to draw cards, he was definitely looking for additional pieces.
And what do you think that piece is?
Likely, like an Iron Bank will have its due if he's got like the tempo play. Like if he's got like a Robert Strong, like Mandamore, like just ways to really like start pressuring the board. And it looks like Rob Stark's going to be sticking around for a while. But nothing coming down outside of the dupe from Rob. So
he did use Mirror to cancel Heart Tree Grove.
Yeah. So
I wonder if he was trying to get out
Wyman.
Yeah. Wyman would have been very good for him here. Yeah. But wow, his hand must be weird if he has nothing but Wyman and dupes.
Yeah, so here comes the I'm No One on Sansa.
Events.
So you guys have tested this matchup, and you did not feel that good about it. Is that right?
Yeah, in most of the matchups, like I think we did about 14 to 15 runs of this match, and the Lanni Kraken won about 4 or 5 of them. So start crossing can sometimes just go quickly. So even if you reset it, like it can, you normally reflood the board with passing the Black Gate, She-Bear, or even if you can get the King's Roads off, just to be able to get the pieces down. And I'm No One just helps be able to push through the multiple challenges, even with a small board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And basically seeing dupes is just really tough for the Lanni deck. It has no good way to
clear them,
deal with them.
I mean, Valor D would be what you would have wanted here, right? It just
doesn't. I mean, unfortunately, it's the Stark player that controls the Valor D. So we have a Queen's Assassin coming down, which isn't amazing with so many dupes on the board, because you can just toss aside like Rob here and go down to just 1 dupe.
Yeah, I think he's mostly coming in to defend the Intrigue icon.
Ooh, actually killing Rickon's a little surprising. And we have an Iron Bank on Maester Moen to get more resources. Yeah, the biggest thing Colt has to fight against is not letting Stark end at 12 or 13 power this turn. So, because between Winter Festival and then possibly Dom, that could be enough to close out.
I think that Colt's power challenge was a mistake last round. Like, I still don't quite understand that. He put power on his house card that's now going to get stolen for a second time.
All right, so we have Tyrion coming in as well.
Are you guys in the game? Because I'm watching the stream, and
Yeah.
you guys seem like you're a little bit ahead of me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool to join the game on Iron Throne in order to observe and be able to mouse over stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrion comes out. No trigger from Tyrion, but he will block. And this is at least going to get an insight draw. He only has 4 gold remaining, though.
I'm surprised he didn't save Tyrion to try to win a power challenge potentially, or at least to block the power challenge. Maybe he's got something in hand that he's really protecting.
Right, because if it was just about stopping the power gain, the assassin would have done it, right?
Yeah. It's not like Colt's hurting for cards at this point.
No, but he
Yeah.
is still acting like he's looking for something, right? I mean, he fished a lot at the beginning of this turn. Now I mean, I'm guessing he wanted the card draw from Tyrion, also. So who knows?
Yeah, the problem is the power challenge is still enough where between claim, renown, and crossing, that's the 3 power needed that unless Colt can secure Dom, would lose the game. And the fact that Sansa can still be standing on the power challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if
It's
Colt's
gonna
got an
lock up
out.
Dom, yeah.
And it's always possible that superior claim is on Sebastian's side, so that would also make it all rather moot point. Yep,
Yeah.
superior claim, so that's gonna do it.
Yeah, with that superior claim, I'm not even sure that the military or the intrigue challenge pulling the burned men really mattered.
So everything kind of went pretty well there for Stark. The dupes are
Yeah.
the issue, right? I mean, the dupes prevented the reset that needed to happen.
Yeah, if
Any reset, really.
if any of those like characters like were lacking a dupe, then it would have been absolutely fine to be able to like gone for a like turn 2 Valor to clear off either Rob or Greatjon, and just further like control that board.
Okay, well this this win for Austria, this is the first win in the matchup, so I think at this point it's Team USA 2, Austria 1. I
Yes.
don't think we have any more matches today. We should have at least 3 matches tomorrow.
Yeah, there's actually 4 now because Dustin's also had his scheduled up. So
Okay, I haven't seen Dustin's timing yet. We'll figure that out offline. For those that are they're listening in on Twitch, Roy's going to be streaming the first game tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So Roy will get the first game, and then I should be able to get the other ones. Although I don't know about what time Dustin's game is yet, but I'll throw a schedule up in the Facebook group. Also, all right. Any final thoughts, guys?
Not really. I mean, the match pretty much went the way we expected once the dupes started dropping, unfortunately. So the control wasn't able to hit, but things are still looking all right overall for Team USA to be able to get this round.
I like that Colt hasn't actually. Oh, there it is. The concede happened. It's like, yeah, you actually do need to have the win happen. All right, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. Tom, I should be seeing a lot of you tomorrow, I think.
Oh, I will be around.
All right,
Certainly
good.
should have some fun ones.
All right, thanks, guys, and thanks, Twitch, and hopefully we'll see some of you tomorrow.
Take care.